everybody, today we'll be having a look at a Laver and Wood Featherlight. This is a new shape from Laver and Wood, based on an old shape. Let's take a look. So just recently Anthony from Laver and Wood put a video on YouTube about a new shape that they had. Those of you who follow my channel and the photo albums that I've done before this will know that I like something a little bit different. I like it when bat makers are really creative. Now, this particular shape, so I'll turn this over and we'll have a look. You can see here it's got the heritage stickers, I think they call them, which is the traditional looking ones. Turn that over and you've got a big one on the back, SR for Special Reserve, black labels, black latex grip. This is in an oval grip, really nice feel, round at the top, oval at the bottom. I've ordered this bat with the Carbo cane handle because I really wanted to try that. Have a look at their handles video, which I'll tag in this, to look at all the different options. And this is the money shot. Look how much it dips down before it actually goes to its peak. So the extended profile does this, and so too does the ultra profile. So Laver has been doing this sort of shape for ages, but this is pretty much part of their new Access series range, which includes the Conqueror and a few other bats they've got there. So they don't make them as individual bat makers. These are made in a construction line type thing where all four bat makers can complete a different part of the task of getting those bats through, so that it takes them less time. So it's got a feather there to represent that it's feather light, black details, the normal Laver and Wood toe. This is a flat face cricket bat. As you can see there, it's based on their indoor bat, which you'll see in the video. It's pressed to perform with a hard ball. But yeah, just have a look at that shape. It's just really extreme, just how it dips down from the handle past the point of the splice area finishing and actually dips down a little bit further to a 32mm position, and then it goes all the way up to a mid-spine. I think it's 62mm that peaks at. And the edge here peaks at 33mm, probably 32 on this side, a little bit narrower there. And it's got a bit of concaving there. You can see about 5mm of concaving. So that's just basically to stop it from feeling really heavy down in the bottom. You've got to distribute that weight further up the profile. But nice peak spine. And you'd think with such a extremely peak spine that you would have a fairly condensed sweet spot, but if you actually look at the edge, the way the edge is so even all the way through, it's actually a real generous sweet spot. It's nice and long. So that toe starts to go. There. So in that middle position it's really going, even mid-high. Right there in your driving or pulling area, going nice, and even in mid-low position you've got something there. Off-centre, it's still quite hard at the moment, so it needs a little bit of preparation. This one hasn't been knocked, so out of the factory, if you don't specify, it will come with the scuff sheet on and the edge tape over that, and just the finish. Even for what they call a stock bat, it's still got an impeccable finish to it. You can see just how polished that is. All these bats are hand finished. They do have a polisher, obviously, they go over it with, but it's just stunning. So normally a Special Reserve bat, if it was custom made, would be 500 New Zealand dollars. I think you can look that up on the web. That's for a Special Reserve. But they make these bats $100 New Zealand cheaper. So this one ended up costing 399 New Zealand dollars, but I think it converted down to 350 is what I paid delivered with all that. You know, that's just a stunning buy. Grade 1 performance, 7 grains across there, pretty even. This little bit of graping isn't in the playing area, but real stunning looking grains. And a lot of that is helped by the way they finish the bat. And just the extra detail that they put in to bone those edges before putting the scuff tape on. Really nice. So I ordered between 2.8 and 2.9. I spoke to Paul Young, who was manning the phones while Anthony was on leave, and I think I said I like that 2 3/4 weight, but anything from 2.8 to 2.9 I'll be happy with. And yeah, have a look. So you got to be happy when the exact weight you order is exactly what turns up, and I think that's also one of the things I've seen with people who have bought Laver & Woods and they get exactly the weight they ask for. Really nice. So $350 with a nice oval handle, round, latex grip, nice binding, 2829, my name on it. So really nice. As I've prepared this Laver & Wood, and it was so simple. These are a much stiffer press, a little bit like your Gunner Moores, more in the realm of Warsop, Gunner Moore, the traditional English type bat makers. Generally I found the knock-in process for this really simple. All I really had to do was a little bit down in this area here, round the edges, which they already boned but did a little bit more. When Laver & Wood put the scuff sheet on, they only take it to the edges and then they use fibre tape to wrap around the edges. So there's actually no scuff tape around that area there. So when you're knocking the edges, just be careful. But I mean, quite frankly, they do such a good job with the pressing. There's not really a lot to do. Most of your work's going to be in the playing in period, where you'll be breaking in obviously the handle and the bat. So let's have a listen to how it taps up now that it's been finished my knock-in process. Low, mid-low, mid-high, high. So you can see there it's definitely a mid blade with its hitting area basically represented by that huge bulge. Well, that bulge is accentuated by the smaller style edges. I did find that outside edge was slightly larger than the inside edge. I think that was 34. This side it was 32, but it's handmade bat. Given it a little bit of bat wax, nothing special. That's brought up a few of the little colours in it. I've put a little bit of my scuff sheet over at the top of the Heritage logo, just because I don't want that being torn with the first ball that I mishit. Just before I finish off, I'll give it another weigh just to see if that's changed anything. It was 286, so it says 285 now. I think these scales, just depends where I put it. So it's lost a tiny little bit of weight since it's been in Adelaide. It's now 285. And I expect just the difference in climate, it's a lot drier here in Adelaide, it might lose a little bit more. But yeah, in general I'm quite happy with that. Turn the camera around and we'll have a look at how it bounces the ball. Okay, so as usual I'll start off with the old 4-piece ball. And I'm thinking this is actually going to ping quite nicely because of that harder press. So, yeah, contrary to what a lot of people believe, softer press performs better. With these older balls, the harder the bat is, the more you're going to get on it. So that's pinging off quite nicely. No seam marks. 285 pickup. So now in my hands it's feeling like 2.8. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's 2 ounces lighter, but then again it's probably got 0.3 of an ounce worth of scuff tape, and that balance point is quite just a little bit lower than I would normally have it, but it's not bad. I mean, it balances quite well with all that wood taken out of it. Jukes. And I'll just get another ball. Slightly different amount of use. It's a 4-piece, not a Dukes. impressed. Look, if you look on the Laver and Wood website, you'll see they've done a video on the Featherlight, and it's obvious this profile has a little bit more concaving. You can order the Featherlight in all their grades. So this is their special reserve grade, which is performance grade 1. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's a lower density grade 1. So for a regular density cleft, they've had to do some scalloping to maintain that shape. I imagine as you go up the grades, you'll get access to lighter densities, which means they can make this a lot fuller and more extreme looking. But as a bat, it just looks cool. So yeah, I like the pickup. We'll see how this goes. Now, with this particular bat, what I'll be doing is actually using this myself. I do want to see how a Laver and Wood performs after it's played in. So I'll be doing a few nets with this at my local club, just when I bat, handing it around to do some catches, and when I feel that it's starting to perform a bit better, I'll do a follow-up review just to tell you how the bat's gone. But for $350 delivered, I don't see how you can go wrong with these. So that is a Laver and Wood Featherlight in special reserve with the black decals with the gold leaf. Laver and Wood.